The combined record of his opponents was like 20 wins and 200 losses. They're just like journeymen, people pulled off the side of the street, literally taxi drivers, Uber drivers that were put in there to box for like a $500 paycheck for a Saturday night.
Tommy was telling us that he's not feeling any pressure whatsoever for this fight. So are you?
No. Pretty straightforward. Feels like a sparring session, and yeah, just ready to go. I would say to Tommy that you don't have to feel any pressure to get knocked the fuck out, though.
This is a winner-takes-all fight where essentially both you and Tommy are competing for your future boxing careers. So what are the overriding emotions going into this from your perspective?
There's a lot of emotions, but I don't fight with them. So for me, it's just cool when the first bell rings. That's when I feel right at home, and it's just learning how to deal with them. But it's just, there's passion, there's love, there's even fear. Anyone who says that they're not scared to go into the ring is a liar. That's straight up. And by the way, there's nothing noble going into the ring if you aren't afraid. Courage is being afraid but still doing it. That's what bravery and courage is, and that's what I embody. And so there's all types of emotions, and I think I've dealt with these big moments and big fights now many of times, and going to be way more prepared than ever to go in there, stay calm and relax, and execute the game plan.
Spoke to Tommy yesterday, and he implied that he's looking to knock you out within the first few rounds. He said he's not looking for a points or decision win. Are you willing to reveal your strategy, your game plan?
Yeah, look, I mean, I'm predicting 4 rounds or less. And people will see how that gets executed. The big difference is a lot of talk, man. A lot of talk. Tommy doesn't have that knockout power. He doesn't have that one punch. He's never actually KO'd someone. All of them are TKOs. And these are against taxi drivers with terrible records. He's never KO'd a UFC champion, MMA champion, MMA legend, one of the greatest strikers of all time. So he could say these things like, I'm going to knock him out, I'm going to knock him out. But there's just no evidence to back up that he could actually do that.
What do you make of Tommy's opponents? Because they are experienced boxers, not very good ones, but experienced professional boxers.
I would beg to differ terribly. The combined record of his opponents was like 20 wins and 200 losses. They're just like journeymen, people pulled off the side of the street, literally taxi drivers, Uber drivers that were put in there to box for like a $500 paycheck for a Saturday night. And they're thinking, hey, why not? I'll get knocked out, go have a beer at the pub and have a $500 extra. So they're not experienced, in my opinion. And the fact that he hasn't been able to knock out all of them is actually like really telling. I'm 6-0, 4 KOs, but every single one of my opponents has touched the canvas, whereas he's going rounds with these terrible fighters. And that's what is going to be a rude awakening for him on Sunday night, when he's in there with someone for the first time who's stronger than him, who's faster than him, who can take more punches than him, and who's not backing down.
So final one from me, Jake. If you do get past Tommy and you do defeat him, what's the plan of action then? Is it to fight someone like, I know you've spoken about Nate Diaz this week, or is it to go up the cruiserweight rankings with your new WBC ranking?
Yeah, I think Nate Diaz is next. That's who I've had my target on for a while now, and it's pretty much all teed up, ready to go. And I think that's probably the biggest pay-per-view that I'll have done to date, maybe including this one, but who knows. But a big fight, and one I'm excited for.
Jake, I know you're really busy, so I really appreciate you putting the time away to chat. All the best for Sunday night.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it.